called the Articles of Confederation and Perpetual Union. Let me back up here. Remember that demonstration we talked about in the other room? It's only afterwards those demonstrations come in that they decide to do a signed document. Politicians then are just like politicians today. They only do what they think they have support for. And so they'll start signing in this room on August 2nd. Now the Articles of Confederation, there's no taxation authority, everything has to be unanimous. And while it worked during the war, it's not going to work after. But you know, we didn't win the war on ourselves, by ourselves. We had no money. How are you going to even do anything? Well, you start looking around for people who might be as upset with the people that you're fighting, which basically is the rest of the world. Because Britain is the superpower. And so we'll get money from many European nations. Some will send their navies. Some will use their navies to protect others that are sending their navies. It was quite a coordinated effort. You'll have some that create diversions in other parts of the world, out in the Indian Ocean, in the Pacific Ocean, yeah. But after the war, things start to fall apart. Old boundary disputes start coming up. Maybe it's time for another meeting. And so in 1787, we again find 13 tables. Is there anyone here from Rhode Island? Rhode Island, please raise your hand. Yeah, see, she never shows up. And because she didn't show up, under the rules of law, they can't change the articles because they require unanimous consent. So what can they do? They decide they can take these new ideas, kind of smush them together, come up with a new form of government, and give that as an option to these colonies, former colonies. 12 men got up and walked out. 3 others will spend 4 months arguing, debating, and finally compromising. Then they too will refuse to sign. And Benjamin Franklin, 81 years of age, will struggle to his feet. And he'll give a speech in which he says, when you get this number of men together, with all their biases and all their prejudices, it amazed him that the document came so near to perfect. And he begged them to sign. When they had, he said, I have often looked at the sun on the back of the president's chair and wondered if it was a rising or a setting sun. I now have the happiness to know that it is in fact a rising sun. On his way home, he ran into Mrs. Powell, who wanted to know what they'd been up to. He said, Madam, you have your republic if you can keep it. Ladies and gentlemen, you are truly standing in the birthplace of the United States of America. And if you are lucky enough to live in a country that allows you to vote, at some point, you are going to have to answer to that. Is it going to be a rising or a setting sun under your leadership? And you've been given your power. Are you going to keep it? Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I can answer questions outside.
Yep. those hands up and praise my Lord.
Get those photos. They're all here.
Yep.